Hey, what's going on, Cancer? This is Brandon over at Well Intuitive, here to do your weekly energy reading for the dates of July 15th through the 22nd, the 16th through the 22nd. Oh, let's go ahead and make it a full week, the 16th through the 23rd. Time is fluid, so is energy, so that should cover everything. But we're just going to do a simple energy read just to help you get through the week. None of this is set in stone like doom or gloom. If you do this, you'll pass, and if you don't, you'll fail. No, it's not like that at all. It's just a little bit of guidance, to help you get through the week. Take it as it goes, or leave what doesn't resonate at all. All right? Let's get into it, Cancer. I hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're having a good week so far. Monday is out of the way, so we just got the rest of the week to go, and then we're home free, right? Oh, there we are. All right, so starting you Cancers out on this wonderful Tuesday. We have an eclipse coming up. Visualization. Sorry about that. My lighting is a little bit wonky right now. There you go. Visualization. All right, guys. What we're going to be doing in order to start with this visualization is getting more deeply into meditation. Whatever you do to get into that state of being. If you have to get into a quiet area, do that. If you have to turn on some Chopin or something like that to get into the mood, do that. Whatever you got to do to get your mind to start looking internally to figure out some new things that you maybe can start doing for yourself or for somebody else. But you need to start to visualize yourself being the person that you want to become. All right, we're gonna start throwing out what doesn't work. You've got everything working in the favor of out with the old, in with the new, and whatever you're getting rid of, whatever you're walking away from, or whatever you're trying to change about yourself is going to be replaced by something eminently, infinitely better. Okay, so let's just rock with it. I know it's a bumpy, really bumpy road that you're walking with this whole thing, but the more you get in tune with the universe around you, the more harmonious your life will become. So let's start playing that music from our souls, all right? Start to visualize yourself doing these things. Start to visualize how you would want to see somebody else doing it. Something that satisfies you in your deeper visual cortex, all right? And start to put that into your real world. Start manifesting the person that you want to become or the changes that you want to see in your environment, all right, my dears? Next up for you beauties, presence. This talks about crown chakra energy. We're going to be paying attention a lot to what's going on around us instead of getting lost in the fantasy of what could or couldn't be. Don't start creating your own plots and making up things that are not happening in your life, because that can manifest the wrong energy towards you. Start to be present in the now and aware of everything that's around you, okay? Be aware of what you do like and what you don't like, and start making some changes. And like I said, if it's tough to let go of something, but if it's truly meant to be in your possession, then it's going to come back, and it's going to be better than it was before. So be aware of what's going on around you right now, and not so much focused on what was or what will be, but what is happening right now. Okay, that's important to you or important to somebody around you. Maybe you can latch on to that energy and start to harmonize yourself that way. But be present in your reality now, and not so much hung up on what has happened or what will happen, but start making changes in your now. Okay, start to visualize your now and make that manifest. Next up for you loves, sacral chakra. What we're going to be doing here, guys, is starting to get more creative in how we express ourselves. That doesn't mean you have to become an art professional, but start to express yourselves in other ways besides just blah, 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 blah. Like, show somebody what you can visualize and create. Start bringing out that side of you that loves to take something that was not there and create something new from what didn't exist before. Or, you know what I'm trying. Let's start making things out of old, if we can, into new things. Or let's just create something brand new from what we have, okay? But let's start using our sacral chakra to create, and not so much to get us in these crunched up, I can't do anything I want to do. No, you can. Create your time, start creating your things, create your life, start creating, okay? Let's get out there and start making the world around us instead of just existing in it. Next up for you beauties. It's a tough one right there. This is the card of forgiveness, okay? And I know it's rough out there, Cancer. I know a lot of you have been going through these cycles of just, you're like, when will it end? Like, is there a light at the end of this tunnel, or is there a big ass mud puddle or something like that? And there's light at the end of the tunnel. But if there is a mud puddle, there's many ways to get around one of those, or just to walk right through it, like nothing bad, like don't let it bother you. But what you're gonna want to do to open up your heart chakra is start looking internally on what you need to forgive yourself. And if you have somebody out there that you need to, you need to tuck it in and say, hey, I'm sorry about this, then go ahead and do that. That's a big step for anybody, is to forgive somebody who's done them wrong, or who they think, or to ask for forgiveness from somebody that they think they've done wrong. That's a really big thing to do, and not everybody can handle it. But I know a lot of Cancers can, so you better get out there and start being yourselves and taking control of your life, and don't get hung up on like I said, in what was and what will be. Exist in your now, and realize that your heart chakra cannot open if you are not forgiving at all. Either in that's a two-way door. If you're not willing to receive forgiveness, and you're not willing to give forgiveness, or you're gonna find yourself in a tight ball, wound up and tied around with barbed wire, and you're just gonna be uncomfortable all the time because you have something weighing heavy on your heart. So start to lighten your load by giving in to that part of it that wants to do right by yourself or by that person that you may want to apologize to. Let's get out there and be brave, all right? And we just talked about being brave. Look at that. Your next card up for you is Will. And this is a blue card for your throat chakra, because you have to get out there and start talking about these things, Cancer. You can't just sit around and wait for some YouTube reader to give you all the answers. No. What we can do is we can point you in the right direction, but we can't live your life for you. We can't talk for you. We can't feel for you. We can't experience life for you. All we can do is give you guidance and point you and tell you what we've been through, and share our experience with you, and hopefully that can help you march in the direction that you need to go in. But it doesn't happen without will. It doesn't happen without being brave as the turtle crawling through the desert. The turtles aren't known for their speed, and deserts aren't known for their turtle, compatibility. But that turtle's still taking that trip no matter what, isn't it? So let's be brave like the turtle. Open up your throat chakra and your heart chakra. You'll probably open up both of them in tandem by just opening up your mouth in a loving way, which is that whole thing about forgiveness. If you have to forgive yourself for something, start doing that. Start walking in that direction. And if you have to ask for forgiveness, or do it. Don't be afraid for somebody to say, I don't forgive you. Don't be afraid to hear those words, or don't be afraid to hear somebody say that they don't accept your apology, because that's their thing, and that's them closing off their heart chakra. But you just opened yours up just by starting that dialogue. Okay? So let's be brave, all right, my dears? Will, be brave as the turtle in the desert. Keep going, because you know that whatever you're leaving behind is going to be replaced by something better. Okay? Don't worry about letting go of parts of yourself that you're so comfortable with, because a lot of these things that we get comfortable with and doing are low vibe things that serve our ego and our lower self, this 3D world. But when you start getting into these higher levels of consciousness, you're going to come to realize that you can't exist as you once were. You have to upgrade yourself and let go of these pillars of your being that you thought were your whole foundation, but they're not. They're just parts of the temple. And you know how it is in the temple. It can be changed. Walls can be knocked down, and a room that once was this can turn into something else and become an altar of beauty and forgiveness and happiness and bravery and willpower and blah blah blah. But let's start gearing ourselves towards this thinking of prosperity, not only in our physical financial lives, but in our spiritual lives as well. Let's start generating the abundance towards that part of ourselves too. Okay. Next up, for my beauties out there, your sexuality. Huh, Cancer? Are you out there beating yourself up, looking in the mirror, wondering if you still got it? Yeah, you do. Stop playing yourself. You are beautiful creatures. You need to get out there and share yourself with the world, but share your beautiful self. I know Cancers can get hung up in emotions and really delve deep. Like, you guys can go deep into your emotions and start to create a world that does not exist based off of what you think this person feels or what you think you should be feeling, or how, you know, there's a million and one ways that you can say this, but let's start feeling sexy, not just trying to look good, but when you feel sexy, it doesn't matter what you have on. You can have on pajamas and be like, I woke up like this. When you feel sexy, it doesn't matter how you look. You feel it. It comes from within and is displayed to the rest of the world. All right? Let's find that sexy core that you guys all have, you sexy Cancers, you, and start to show it off. Because the world needs to see you. The world needs to experience you, and you need to give the world the best of your emotions, because you guys, like I've said in the previous reading, you guys are emotional powerhouses. So let's start using that towards this light work. Let's start using that towards the empire that Spirit is trying to build for you. All right? Love your beauty, because you have it. You are beautiful. You're caring. You're forgiving. Cancers are all of these things when they're firing on all pins, and let's make sure that we're doing that, because you guys deserve better, and it's time. It's time to step into the better. Don't wait for it. Don't wait for somebody else to open that door for you. Step in to this opulence that's coming. All right. We're gonna do one more from the bottom of the deck. All right. I hope everybody is enjoying the read so far. I hope everybody has a good week. You know, it's been a very crazy thing. We have a full moon coming up tonight. Today's the 60th. Yes, we have a full moon coming up tonight. So get out there and enjoy it. If you can have a real deep conversation with somebody, have it, because you'll probably learn a lot about that person or about something that's happened in your life that you had no idea about. Okay, so let's open some windows and crack the door open and allow some of this full moon energy to come in, because it's not all a negative. I know a lot of people talk about moon energy is supposed to be secrets and blah blah blah, and no. What that can mean a lot of times is, for instance, me and my mom had a very lovely conversation last night, to where an event that happened before I got here to see her, I just related the story to her, and she brought clarity to it because of somebody that she knew when she was younger, who it totally related to, and it brought it full circle. And that's the kind of energy I'm talking about. This is what we're walking into when we come to these full moons with this Mercury retrograde. Sure, people are going off at the collar, just vomit of the throat or the mouth, but it's also bringing out a lot of things you did not know about person X or family member B. You know, this is a very exposing time. Everybody's exposed. Everybody's exposing themselves in an appropriate way, hopefully. But everybody is bringing out these hidden corners, or showing light on these hidden corners of themselves that are vastly interesting. And you're wondering, why didn't we have this conversation before? So get out there and enjoy this full moon experience in a way maybe you never have before, by taking in the secrets and not waiting for a secret to blow up. Let's make sure we're using this energy in an appropriate way, redirecting it almost. This is alchemy we're talking about here. You're taking something that was supposed to be a negative and turning it into something positive, just by wanting it to happen. So let's get out there, enjoy the moon, maybe have a conversation or two with somebody that you didn't expect, and enjoy the night overall, okay? Last card, your inner child. Like I said, you want to get out there and maybe dance in the moon, you know what I'm saying? Shake your itty bits right under the moonlight. tonight. You know, just get out there and enjoy it. Okay, that's the best advice I can give you. Sure, it's a Tuesday and maybe everybody has to work tomorrow, but depending on where you're at, the sun, you know, it goes down in a reasonable time to where you can go out there and catch the moon and give thanks to it for exposing these secrets and for guiding us and keeping us nurtured. The moon does nurture us, all right? Does keep us nice and safe, just as the sun does. So let's respect both of those powers and go out there and honor the moon tonight, all right? Inner child, dance around, jump around. Find your, get out there and enjoy this shit, all right? But I love you guys. We're gonna wrap it up for now. Towards the weekend, I'll be up with your weekly energy reading. I hope you guys are enjoying these things for everybody that does catch these videos. And like I like to tell you guys, just until next time, take care of each other as much as you can. Take care of yourself as best you can. All right. Peace. Namaste.